Hi everyone, Monisha here. In this video, I'll be completing the next 8 questions of determinants exercise 4.2. In my previous video, I had completed the first 8 questions of exercise 4.2. Here I will be continuing this and I will be completing that exercise in this video. Hope you understood everything. Please watch till the end. Don't miss any of the sums because determinants is very important chapter for your board exam. Let us start the session. Moving on to the 9th question. By using the properties of determinants, show that we have to show this determinant is equal to x minus y, y minus z, z minus x into xy plus yz plus zx. Okay. So first I will be writing the question once again. So delta is equal to, so this symbol is called determinant or delta. Okay. So x, y, z, x square, y square, z square, yz, zx and xy. We have to insert some changes to it so that we have to prove it into this condition. Okay. First I will be applying R2, that is row 2. This is row 1, row 2 and row 3. So this is column 1, column 2 and column 3. So first I will be applying row 2. I will be taking changes to only row 2. Okay. So row 2 is equal to R2 minus R1. So row 2, that is R2 is equal to R2 minus R1. That is the first change I am going to make in this. And R3, row 3 is equal to R3 minus R1. Okay. For row 2 and row 3, I will be doing some changes that I am subtracting row 1 to row 1, row 2 to row 1 and also row 3 to row 1. Okay. So delta is equal to, since row 1 doesn't undergo any changes, we have to write as it is x, x square and yz. The second row is equal to R2 minus R1. So that is y minus x, y square minus x square and zx minus yz, zx minus yz. So this is R2 minus R1. Next is R3 minus R1, z minus x, z square minus x square, xy minus yz. Okay. So next we have to take x minus y outside. Here it is y minus z. So we have to take x minus y outside and y minus z outside. Okay. And then z minus x. So this is in the form of z minus x. Okay. Let this be as it is. But here we have to make some changes. So delta is equal to, first line write as it is, first row, yz. Next I will be taking minus common. So minus x minus y. So here a square minus b square formula, we know that from algebraic identities, a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. In the same way, y square minus x square will be y plus x and y minus x. And second one, here z is common. If I take z common, x minus y will be remaining. So x minus y, here we have to make x minus y. Here z minus x, again in the same way, z minus x and z plus x. And if I take y common, x minus z will be there. Okay. So we have to make it in a same way as that of the question. X minus y is there, but here x minus y is not there. So we need to change it by taking minus common. Here in the third row, z minus x and z minus x is there. Here x minus z is there. Again, we have to take minus common. Okay. So delta is equal to, first row write as it is, x, x square and yz. Second row, here minus x minus y. Here y plus x is there. Let it be as it is. And then next take minus common. It will become x minus y. So next is z into x minus y itself. Next z minus x. Here z minus x into z plus x. And in order to take minus common, we will get minus y z minus x. Now we can take the common term. From second row I will be taking x minus y, and from third row I will be taking z minus x. So first row write as it is x, x square and yz. In the second row, since I have taken my x minus y common, it will become minus 1 minus of x plus y, minus of x plus y and z. Here since I have taken z minus x common, 1 z minus x common, so here remaining z plus x, and since I have taken z minus x common, minus y will be remaining. Okay, so next we need to continue it. Let us continue the ninth question. So this was the last line of it. So afterwards we need to apply one more rule to this. So applying row 3 to row 3 plus row 2. Okay, so we are applying changes to only row 3. So row 3 is equal to row 3 plus row 2. Okay, so delta is equal to x minus y z minus x. The first line will be as it is x, x square, yz. Second line will also be the same because since we have taking changes to only the last row. So minus x, here minus of x plus y. So when we take out the bracket, we will get minus into plus, minus x, minus into plus, minus y and z as it is. Here we need to make the changes. So row 3 plus row 2. So 1 minus 1. Here it is minus. So when we take plus into minus, it will become minus itself. So here z plus x minus y. Next is minus y plus z. So minus y plus z. So here plus x minus x cancels. Here 1 and 1 cancels each other. So remaining delta is equal to x minus y z minus x. First line write as it is. Second line also write as it is. So third is here 1 minus 1 0. Here z minus y. Since it is plus z minus y, it can also be written as z minus y. Next I will be taking the common term z minus y from the third row. Okay. So delta is equal to x minus y z minus x and z minus y. So when I take z minus y, the remaining will be x, x square, yz as it is, minus 1, minus x minus y and z, and in the third row 0, 1 and 1. Since I have taken z minus y common here, 1 and 1 remains. Okay, so afterwards we need to expand along R3. So this is R3, row 3 is this one. Expand along R3, then we have, so here since we have taken expand along R3, so minus 1, so delta is equal to, we know that we have taken these common terms x minus y, z minus x and z minus y. So for R3, it will become, the middle term is here. So since it is 0, the first one is 0. So if I take 0, so these two lines will cancel. This column and this row will cancel each other, right? So I will be taking the middle term. Here first it will become minus 1. If I take the middle term, all the middle terms will be minus. So minus 1 determinant x. So if I take this middle term, then this column and this row will get cancelled. The remaining will be these 4 elements x, y, z, minus 1 and z. Okay. So next one is plus 1. So 0 means if I take 0, the determinant will become 0 itself. So I am not taking this 0 here. I will be taking directly from minus 1. Okay. Since it is a middle term, we have to take minus. So next is plus 1. So when I take this one, this column and this row get cancelled. Remaining will be x, x square, minus 1 and minus x minus y. Okay. So next delta is equal to x minus y, z minus x and z minus y. So next is minus 1 into So it is subtraction of the product of the diagonal terms. So xz subtraction means here minus is there. So minus of minus yz plus 1 into here product. So x into minus x minus y. Here minus is there. So minus and minus becomes plus x square. Okay. So delta is equal to x minus y, z minus x and z minus y. So minus 1 xz minus into minus plus yz. So here it will become minus x square minus yx plus x square. Here minus x square plus x square cancels. So delta is equal to x minus y, z minus x, z minus y. Here multiply it with minus 1. So it will become minus xz minus yz and minus yx. So let us continue with the next page. So let us continue the ninth question. So this was the last line. Here in the answer they have given x minus y, y minus z and z minus x. Since it has to become y minus z, I will be taking minus common. Okay, only from this element I will be taking minus common. When I take minus common, it will become minus into minus plus y minus into plus minus z. Okay, into z minus x as it is. Here all the terms have minus, so I will be taking minus common here. So it will become xz plus yz plus yx. So here is a minus term and here also a minus term is there. Everything is in a product form, multiplication form. So minus into minus will be plus. Okay. So delta into x minus y, y minus z and z minus x. This minus cancels each other since minus into minus is plus. Into first I will take this yx as xy. So plus yz plus xz as zx. So this is the thing which we have to prove here. X minus y, y minus z, z minus x into xy plus yz plus zx. So then we have to write hence proved. So this is somewhat a lengthier problem, but by constant practice you can do it easily. Hope you understood. Let us move on to the second sub question. So question 10. In question 10 there are two sub questions. I have written the first one. So let us do the first sub question. Here I will be applying the rule. So apply R1. So R1 only for row 1 I will be changing. So row 1 is equal to row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. Okay. For row 1 we will be adding all the 3 rows. Fine. So it will become x plus 4 plus 2x plus 2 3. So row 1 will be changing to row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. Okay. So 2x plus x plus 4 plus 2x. Next 2x plus 2x plus x plus 4. Okay. And rest of the rows we have to write as it is. So 2x, x plus 4, 2x. Next is 2x, 2x and x plus 4. So it will become 2x, 2x, 4x, 4x plus just x means it will be 1x. So 4x plus 1x is 5x. It will become 5x plus 4. Again here also the same thing, 5x plus 4 and here also 5x plus 4. And rest of the things we have to write as it is. 2x, x plus 4, 2x and 2x, 2x, x plus 4. I hope you understood up to here. So first we have to apply a rule which shows row 1 is equal to row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. Okay. So later it will become like this. So next what I will do is I will take common as 5x plus 4. Since in the first row all the elements are 5x plus 4, I will be taking 5x plus 4 common from only first row. So when I take 5x plus 4 common, in the first row it will become 1, 1 and 1. Since all the elements are 5x plus 4 and I have taken the common of it. Okay. And rest 2 rows we have to write as it is. x plus 4. Okay, so after taking common we will get these things. So next what I will apply one more rule to it, that is apply C2, that is column 2 to column 2 minus column 1. This is the first rule, and C3 to C3 minus C1. Okay, column 2 is this one, this is C2, and this is C3, and this is C1. Okay, so column 2 to column 2 minus column 1, and column 3 to column 3 minus column 1. So this is the changes I will be taking here. Let us write that. So delta is equal to 5x plus 4. Since column 2 and 3 has making changes, column 1 we have to write as it is. So 1, 2x and 2x. This is column 1. Column 2 will be 1 minus 1, x plus 4 minus 2x, and it will be 2x minus 2x. Okay, so x plus 4 minus 2x and 2x minus 2x. This is C2 minus C1. Next we have to do C3 minus C1. It will be 1 minus 1, 2x minus 2x, and x plus 4 minus 2x. Okay, so it will become 5x plus 4 into the first column we have to write as it is, 1, 2x and 2x we have to write as it is. Here it will become 0 and 0. Here minus 2x plus x will be minus x plus 4. Here 2x cancels, so 0. Here also 2x cancels, 0. So here minus 2x plus x is minus x plus 4. So after doing it, so we have got these answers after this rule. After applying this rule, we have got this answer. So next what I will do is, I will take 4 minus x and 4 minus x from both the row. Okay, 4 minus x and 4 minus x. So let us continue in the next sheet. Let us continue the 10th one, first sub question. Here delta is equal to 5x plus 4. The remaining is 1, 0, 0, 2x. Here minus x plus 4 is there. We can write it as 4 minus x, 0, 2x, 0, 4 minus x. Okay, so in the next line I will be taking 4 minus x common from both second row and third row. Okay, so delta is equal to 5x plus 4. I will be taking 4 minus x from second row and also 4 minus x from third row. Okay, so the remaining will be 1, 0, 0. Here 2x, since I have taken 4 minus x common, so this will be 1, 0. Here 2x, 0 and 1. Okay, so next we have to take the determinant part of it. So delta is equal to 5x plus 4. Here 4 minus x is twice, so we can write it as 4 minus x whole square. Next we have to take one thing in mind. If I take this last row consideration for the determinant, if I take 2x, then this 2 will be get cancels. Okay, the remaining is this. So remaining 1 into 0 and 0 into 0, completed will become 0. Next term is 0, 0 into anything is 0. The last term is 1. Okay, only we can take that one. If I take 1 here to take the determinant, so this row and this column cancels, this will be remaining. So 1, 0, 2x and 1. Okay, so delta is equal to 5x plus 4 and 4 minus x whole square. So here by multiplying product of the diagonal terms with the minus, it will become 1 into 1, 1 minus 2x into 0 is 0 itself. Okay, remaining is 1 minus 0, 1. So delta is equal to 5x plus 4. So 5x plus 4 and 4 minus x whole square. So that is the thing we need to prove here, that is 5x plus 4 into 4 minus x whole square. Then we can write hence prove. So there is one more sub question in 10th question. So we will do it. Moving on to the second sub question. In the second sub question we have to prove it like this. Okay. So in the solution part, first I will apply a rule. The first rule is as same as the first one, the first sub question problem. That is, I will be applying row 1 to row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. as the same thing we have done in the previous problem. Okay, so when we do it, we will get only the row 1 we have to change to row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. Okay, so it will become y plus k plus y plus y. Next is y plus k plus y, and next y plus y plus k, and rest of the rows we have to write as it is. So rest of the rows we have to write as it is. Okay, so delta is equal to, the remaining it will be y plus y is 3y plus k. The same thing in here also, 3y plus k and 3y plus k. The second and the third row we have to write as it is, y plus ky and y plus k. Okay, so these are the changes we will bring from first rule applying R1 to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, so after this I will be taking, since all the rows in the first row all the elements are same, I will be taking common 3y plus k. So when I take 3y plus k common here, first row will become 1, 1 and 1, and all the other row will remain as it is. Okay, so these are the changes we bring. So after this we have to apply one more rule, that is apply C2. So this is column 1, this is column 2 and column 3. So column 2 I will be doing changes C2 minus C1, and for column 3 also I will be doing changes like C3 minus C1. So this is the changes I have brought here. So delta is equal to 3y plus k. So column 1, I have not changed column 1, so column 1 will remain as it is. So column 2 will changes to column 2 minus column 1. So here 1 minus 1, here y plus k minus y, and here y minus y. Here 1 minus 1, C3 to C1. Okay, C3 minus C1. So 1 minus 1, y minus y, and y plus k minus y. So here minus minus, here y cancels y. So the remaining will be delta is equal to 3y plus k. Remaining is 1, 0, 0. Here y, k and 0. Here y, 0 and k. So these are the things remaining. Okay. So after this, I will be expanding C3, only column 3. So why? Because already 0 is there. Only 1 will be remaining. Okay. So I will be expanding 3. Expanding C3. So this is column 3. You have to see where the maximum number of zeros are there. Okay. Either you can take column 2 also or column 3. That's your wish. But maximum number of zeros means we will get the answer soon. Okay. So we will get delta is equal to 3y plus k. So since I have taken this last row, 0 into anything is 0 and 0 into anything is 0. Only one k will be remaining. So when I take k, this row and this column cancels. So remaining will be here k into 1, 0 and y k. Okay. So here it will become 3y plus k into k. Then here y into 0 is 0 and 1 into k is k. So k minus 0. So k minus 0 is k itself. K into k is k square, right? So the answer will be k square into 3y plus k. So that is the thing we need to prove. K square into 3y plus k. Then you write down hence proved. I hope you understood this. Let us move on to the 11th question. In 11th question also there are two sub questions. I have written the first one. So here we need to apply again a rule for this. That is apply R1 to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay. So you have to change row 1 to row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. I will be writing the answers directly. There is no need of doing a lengthy sum. So delta, when we do R1 plus R2 plus R3, it will become, the first row will become A plus B plus C. a plus b plus c. You can do 2-3 sentences again, because if you are not understanding the direct, if you do a first row plus second and third row, you will get this answer directly. Okay, so after cancelling you will get these answers, a plus b plus c. Okay, since we are taking only for row 1, row 2 and row 3 will become as it is. So write row 2 and row 3 as it is, don't change that. 2b and 2c, 2c and c minus a minus b. So after applying the first rule, you will get this determinant. So after that, since ABC is common here, I will be taking a plus b plus c outside. Okay, I will be taking common from that, from only the first row. So the first row will become 1, 1, 1. The rest of the rows we need to write as it is. C minus a minus b. Okay, so I had taken common. After taking common, I will apply some more rules for this. So that is C2, column 2 to column 2 minus column 1, and column 3 to column 3 minus column 1. So this is column 1, this is column 2 and column 3. Only for C2 and C3 I will be applying the changes. Okay, I have already taken this as common, so it will remain as it is. So after subtracting C2 to C2 with C1 and C3 with C1, we will get the answer like this. The first column we had to write as it is, because we are not doing any changes to the first row, only for second and third row. Okay, second and third column. So here it will become a plus b plus c, and here it will be 0, and here 0, 0 and minus of a plus b plus c. So after subtracting we will get this answer. So later I will be taking a plus b plus c common once again. Okay, so from second and third row, I will be taking from second row also I will be taking a plus b plus c, and third row also I will be taking a plus b plus c common. So a plus b plus c. Since I have taken 2 common, it will become a plus b plus c whole square. Okay, since I am taking this row and this row a plus b plus c, 2 times the a plus b plus c will be common, so it will become a plus b plus c whole square. Here minus 1, 0 and 2c 0 and minus 1. Okay, so next, so this a plus b plus c whole square plus a plus b plus c will become a plus b plus c whole cube. Okay, it will become a plus b plus c whole cube. So next, so we can take any row or column. So since I have taken this one, I will be taking this third column, since maximum number of zeros are in third column. Okay, I will be expanding C3. Only column 3 I will be expanding, because maximum number of zeros are in column 3. Here 0 into anything is 0, 0 into anything is 0. So I will take only this row, that is minus 1 row. So minus 1 I will be taking. So when I take minus 1, so this row and this column get cancels. Remaining will be 1, 0, 2b and minus 1. Okay, so delta is equal to a plus b plus c whole cube minus 1. So it is 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. Here minus into 2b into 0 is 0. Okay, so delta is equal to a plus b plus c whole cube. Here minus 1 into minus 1, minus 1 into minus 1, minus minus get cancels, 1 ones are 1. So 1 into 1 is 1 itself. So the answer will be a plus b plus c whole cube. So whatever they have asked us to prove, it has came here. So write down, hence proved. Moving on to the second sub question of question 11. This is also a show that problem. So here I will be applying the first two. So applying C1. So now I will be taking a changes to column 1. Okay, so this is column 1, this is column 2 and column 3. Okay, for column 1 I will be doing changes like C1 plus C2 plus C3. Since one column or one row we have to take identical. If we take identical, it will be easier for us to subtract and make our answer to a correct one. Okay, so that's why we are taking this column 1 is equal to column 1 plus column 2 plus column 3. So next here, since I have taken that column 1 to column 2 plus column 3, okay, so it will become x plus y, x will become 2 times, y will become 2 times. So I will be writing it directly, that is delta is equal to 2 into x plus y plus z. So this column, the whole column will become the same thing. 2 into 2x will become 2y and 2z, since I have taken 2 common. So 2 into x plus y plus z. So since only for column 1 I have done the changes, the rest of the things will be as it is. For column 2 and column 3, the things will be same. Okay, all the elements will be same. So z plus x plus 2y. So later, after taking the column, since we know all the column 1 elements are same, we can take the common of it, x plus y plus z. So it will become 1, 1 and 1, and rest of the things you have to write as it is. Y plus z plus 2x, x, y, y and z plus x plus 2y. Okay. So this is the thing after getting the common term. So after getting the common term, we have to apply one more rule. So apply R2 for row 2 I will be taking here, row 2 to row 2 minus row 1 and row 3 to row 3 minus row 1. Okay. So I will be applying this rule. So for row 2 and row 3 we are taking changes. So the first row will remain as it is. So 1 x y. Okay. The first row will remain as it is because for row 2 and row 3 we are taking changes. Okay. So 1 x y will remain as it is. So by subtracting row 2 minus row 1, it will become 0 and this will become x plus y plus z and this will be 0 and next is 0 and 0 and x plus y plus z. Okay. So here what happened? 1y and 1y get cancels and here 1x and 1x get cancels. So 1y and 1y. Okay. So this is the remaining term after that. So next, since in both the row x plus y plus z is there, from both row I will be taking x plus y plus z common. So delta is equal to 2 into x plus y plus z. So since from both row I will be taking it common, it will be x plus y plus z whole square. Okay. So remaining is 1xy, here 0, 1, 0 and 0, 0, 1. Next we have to take the determinant. We know the maximum number of zeros are in first row. We can take it, the first row we can take it as the determinant part. Okay, because maximum number of zeros is in one column, first column or the last row. Either we can take this or we can take this for finding out the determinant. So here it will become x plus y plus z into x plus y plus z whole square will become x plus y plus z whole cube. So here the determinant part I will be taking this. So one determinant, since both are zeros, I can take only this one, 1. So this row and this column will get cancels. Okay, since I have taken 1, this column and this row get cancels, remaining will be 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so delta is equal to 2 into x plus y plus z whole cube into 1. So here multiplication of the diagonal terms, 1 ones are 1 minus 0. So 1 into 1 is 1 itself. The remaining answer will be 2 into x plus y plus z whole cube. So whatever they have asked to prove, we have got that. So write down, hence proved. So I hope you understood this. Let us move on to the 12th question. 12th question is also a show that problem. We have to simplify the determinant to make it as this one. Okay. So the question is 1x x square 1x and x square 1. So here first we have to apply a rule. So I will be applying a rule. So apply row 1 to row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. Okay. So this is row 1, row 2 and row 3. So this is column 1, column 2 and column 3. Okay. So by this we have to add row 1 to row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. So delta is equal to, by applying this we will get 1 plus x square. Again here 1 plus x square and 1 plus x square. Okay, only row 1, only the row 1 we have taken the changes. So rest of the rows will be as it is. So x square and 1. Okay, so since the first row got all the same elements, we can take it as common. 1 plus x into x square. So here the first row will become 1, 1 and 1. So rest of the rows we have to retain all the elements as it is since we have not changed it. So after this we have to apply one more rule. So apply C2 to C2 minus C1 and C3 to C3 minus C1. Okay. So this is C1, C2 and C3. So 1 plus x in x plus x square. So since we have taken changes for second and third column, the first column will remain as it is 1 x square and x, the first row and the second column. The first column will remain as it is. Only for second and the third column we have to bring the changes. Okay. So after applying this we will get 1x x square as it is. Next is 0, 1 minus x square and x square minus x. Here 0, x minus x square and 1 minus x. Okay. So we will get these things. So after this I will be taking 1 minus x and 1 minus x common from all the things. Here x square is there. Let us take common once again. So delta is equal to 1 plus x square. So here 1, 0, 0, x square as it is. So 1 minus x square. 1 minus x square means a square minus b square. So 1 square is also equal to 1. A square minus b square is a plus b and a minus b. So here if you take x common, it will become 1 minus x, right? So here x, and here if you take x common, it will become x minus 1 and here 1 minus x. Okay. So 1 minus x and 1 minus x. So here in order to make it 1 minus x, we have to take minus common here. We have to take a minus outside. Okay. So it will become 1, 0, 0, x square as it is, 1 plus x and 1 minus x. Here x into 1 minus x. Here x and minus 1 common. If I take minus common, it will become 1 minus x and 1 minus x. Okay. So next I will be taking 1 minus x from both the rows, from second and third row. So it will become 1 plus x square and 1 minus x and 1 minus x. So it will be 1, 0, 0 and x square, 1 plus x, 1 minus x, since we have taken common, it will become this. So 1, 0, 0, x square, 1 plus x and x, x minus x and 1. So next we need to do the further simplification to get the answer. Okay, let us do it. Let us continue the 12th question. So before that, this is the last line we have written. So before that, we have to, before continuing it, you have to go through the algebraic identities. So we know that a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. So I will take it a slight difference in that. That is, instead of a cube, I will take 1 cube minus, instead of b cube, I will take x cube. So 1 cube minus x cube will become 1 minus x, 1 square plus 1 into x plus x square. That is, 1 cube minus x cube will be 1 minus x, 1 plus x square plus x square. Okay. So 1 cube is also equal to 1. So 1 minus x cube is equal to 1 minus x, 1 plus x into x square. So here you can take the same, you can notice here 1 plus x square into 1 minus x. Okay. 1 minus x into 1 plus x into x square will become 1 minus x cube, right? So instead of this, we can write 1 minus x cube. So 1 minus x cube or a cube minus b cube, that is 1 cube minus x cube. 1 cube is also equal to 1. Therefore, instead of this whole thing, whole element, I will be taking 1 minus x cube into 1 minus x. Here the maximum number of zeros is in first row. So since 0 is there, we can take only 1 here. So if I take 1, this row and this column will delete. So the remaining will be these 4 element, 1 plus x, x, minus x and 1. We have to take determinant of it. Okay. So 1 minus x cube into 1 minus x. Here 1 into 1 plus x into 1 is 1 plus x, minus x into x is minus x square. Okay. So it will become 1 minus x cube into 1 minus x. So here 1 into anything is that itself 1 plus x, minus into minus plus x square. Again you can notice with the same thing, 1 minus x and 1 plus x square. So it will be 1 minus x cube. So you can take is equal to or delta here. So without is equal to, it may get wrong. Okay. So this is equal to 1 minus x cube. Okay. So 1 minus x cube, 1 minus x cube is, it is 1 minus x cube whole square. So this is the thing we need to prove there, 1 minus x cube whole square. Then write down, hence proved. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the 13th question. The 13th question is also a show that problem. So here I will be applying a rule. So applying R1 to R1 plus B R3. So if there is no chance of cancelling this, we can take any variable there. Okay. So next, for R2 also I will be taking some changes. So R2 minus A R3. Okay. So if we need to delete or add some variables like alphabets here, we can take it there. Okay. So there is no restrictions like we can't take alphabets. We can take A, B or C, whatever is there in the question, we can take that alphabets. Okay. So delta is equal to, when we apply this R1 plus R1, for R1 we have to take R1 plus B into R3. Okay. So it will become B into R3 means 2B into B will become 2B square. Okay. So when I take that, we will get the answer like 1 plus A square plus B square, because minus B square plus 2B square is minus 2 plus 2B square minus B square is 1B square. So that B square will come here. So here 0. So next is minus 2B. So here it will become minus B into 1 plus A square plus B square. So this is for the first row. For second row also we have taken some changes. So here it will become 0, 1 plus A square plus B square, and here A into 1 plus A square plus B square. Since the third row has not went off any change, we can write it as it is. That is 2B minus 2A and 1 minus A square minus B square. Okay. So after this, since 1 plus A square plus B square is common in first and second row. Okay. In first row and second row, 1 plus A square plus B square is common. So I will be taking 1 plus A square plus B square 2 times. So I will be taking as square. So from first row and second row, I will be taking 1 plus A square plus B square common. So here remaining is 1, 0 minus B, and here 0, 1 A, and here 2B minus 2A and 1 minus A square minus B square. So this is the thing remaining after taking the common. So after this we can take the determinant part of it. So delta is equal to 1 plus A square plus B square. So now we have to find out where the maximum number of zeros are there. So maximum number of zeros are not applied anywhere. So I will be taking the first one or the third row. Okay. So we can take a first or the first column or the third column, anything we can take. So here, so first I will be taking this first row. Okay. Since 0 is there, we can take either first row or second row. So first here into 1. So when I take 1, so this column and this row get cancels. Remaining will be 1A minus 2A and 1 minus A square minus B square. Okay. Since I have considered first row, if I take 1, this column and row cancels, these elements will come in the determinant. So 0, since middle term is 0, 0 with anything is 0 itself. Next I can take minus B. So minus B into, so minus B means the remaining will be 0, 1, 2B and minus 2A. 0, 1, 2B and minus 2. These are the determinants which is remaining here. So delta is equal to 1 plus A square plus B square. Next 1 into, here it will become 1 minus A square minus B square. So minus of minus means plus 2A square. Okay. Next it has minus B, and 0 into anything is 0, and next it will become 0 minus 2B. Okay. So delta is equal to 1 plus A square plus B square. So here it will become minus and plus will become 1 plus A square and minus b square, this is a whole term. Okay, up to here is whole term. So 1 plus a square minus b square, here minus into minus is plus 2b square. Okay, so minus 2b square and 1 minus a square minus b square plus 2a square minus 2b square. Okay, so here we will get delta is equal to here a square term is there, sorry I have missed it. So a square term is here because we have taken from two rows a square term is here. Okay, so 1 plus a square plus b square whole square is there. Next here, so minus b and plus 2b will become 1 plus a square plus b square. So same answer we got. So 1 plus a square plus b square whole square with to the power of 1, it will become 1 plus a square plus b square whole cube. So that is the thing we need to okay, so here sorry, here it should be one plus itself, not minus. Here it should be plus. So you write down hence proof. So moving on to the 14th question. So this is also a show that problem. So here first I will be taking the common factor a, b and c from row 1, row 2 and row 3 respectively. Okay, so taking a, b and c from row 1, row 2 and row 3 respectively. So when I take a, b, c respectively common terms from all the rows, so here it will become a plus 1 by a, because from each element and each term I will be taking a common. So here 1a gets cancelled, so a remains, and here 1 by a, because a I have taken common, so it will become divided by. So here b and c, here b. So here only a I have taken from second row, sorry first row, only a I am taking. From the second row b I am taking common, so here it will be a and b plus 1 by b and c. From third row I will be taking c common, so a, b and c plus 1 by c. Okay, so these are the things remaining. After this I will be applying one more rule to this. So apply R2 to R2 minus R1. For R2 I will be taking some changes, and also to R3, row 3 is equal to row 3 minus row 1. Okay, so this is the changes I will be taking here. So by applying this change we will get delta is equal to ABC. So a plus, for row 1 I have taken no changes, so row 1 will remain as it is. So row 2 and row 3, here it will become minus 1 by a and 1 by b and 0. So here it will become minus 1 by a, 0 and 1 by c. This is the changes we will get. So after this I will be taking one more rule for here. Okay, so apply C1 to A into C1 and C2 to B into C2 and C3 to C into C3. So I will be multiplying A to C1 column 1, B to column 2 and C to column 3. So here we will get delta is equal to ABC into, since I have taken multiplying ABC to all the columns, we will get A square plus 1 and B square and C square. Next minus 1, 1 and 0. Here it will be minus 1, 0 and 1. So delta is equal to, here ABC get cancels. So remaining it will be A square plus 1, B square, C square, minus 1, 1 and 0 and minus 1, 0 and 1. So now we have to take the determinant part of it. Okay, so determinant we can take where maximum number of zeros are there. So here I will be taking this step, that is the last row I will be taking for determinants. So we will get delta is equal to minus 1. If I take minus 1, the remaining will be B square, C square, 1, 0. So center number is 0. 0 means the rest of the terms will become 0 itself. So the last term plus 1 into, so if I take this one, so this column and row will get cancels. Remaining is a square plus 1, b square minus 1 and 1. Okay. So here we will get delta is equal to minus 1. Here b square into 0 is 0, minus c square into 1 is c square plus 1. Here a square plus 1 into 1 is a square plus 1. Here minus b square. Okay. So we will get delta is equal to minus 1 into c square is c square plus 1 into a square plus 1 plus b square. Okay. So we will get the answer as 1 plus a square plus b square plus c square. So that is the thing we need to prove here. So write it down, hence proved. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the question 50. So this is a choose the correct answer problem. Here let A be a square matrix. We can take any square matrix of 3 into 3 order. Then we have to find out determinant Ka is equal to, out of these 4 alternatives, which one is correct. Okay. So let us take a square matrix. We can take any square matrix. Either it can be number or variable. I will be taking a variable, that is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3 and C3. Okay. So this is the matrix I am taking here. So later because we need K into A here. Therefore we need to multiply with K. So when we multiply K with the A, it will become KA1, KB1, KC1 and here KA2, KB2, KC2, next KA3, KB3 and KC3. Okay. So this is the matrix we got after multiplying with K. Next here they have asking the determinant part of it. Okay. So determinant Ka. So if I take determinant, it will become a determinant Ka, Ka1, Ka2, Ka3, Kb1, Kb2, Kb3, here Kc1, Kc2 and Kc3. Okay. So next we have to next I will be taking common from each row. Okay. From first row, second row and third row, from each row I will be taking common K. So since 3 rows are there, I will be taking first time K from first row, second time K from second row and third time K from third row. So it will become A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 and A3, B3 and C3. Okay. So it will become Ka bar, that is determinant, is equal to K into K into K is K cube into A1, B1, C1. We have taken A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 and A3, B3, C3. So this will be A determinant, right? So we got Ka determinant is equal to K cube into A determinant. Okay. So the third answer is correct. So write down option C. Option C is the correct answer. I hope you understood this. So moving on to the 16th question. So this is also choose the correct answer. So here we have to find out which of the following is correct. The first answer is determinant is a square matrix. Second one, determinant is a number associated to a matrix. Third one is determinant is a number associated to a square matrix, and D is none of this. Okay. So here we have to know one concept of the determinant, that is, we know that to every square matrix A is equal to Aij, where I is the number of row and J is the number of column of order n, we can associate a number called the determinant of a square matrix A, where Aij is I comma jth element of A. So Aij is A is a particular number which belongs to this row and this column, right? We an element in any matrix, we recognize it with a row and a column. By row and a column, we specifically signify a particular element of it. Thus, the determinant is a number associated to a square matrix. Therefore, the correct answer is C. So C is the correct answer. Determinant is a number associated to a square matrix. So this was the last question of this session. So if you have any doubts, queries or suggestions about the videos, please comment me on the comment section below. Thank you. Thanks for watching.